This evening I've got a rather different job to what I usually get up to. Tonight I've got to pop out and have a little look at an allotment. Someone's asked me to see if I could thin out a few of the rabbits that are getting in there and basically just eating everyone's plants and vegetables and things that they're growing there. So I don't expect it's going to be massive bags of rabbits because the whole area is fenced in all around. Now the allotments, there's several allotments in the same little field, backs onto a small playing field, and I think the rabbits are coming through somewhere, either coming through a hole in the fence into the allotments, or they may well be living under a shed or something actually in the area itself. So it's the first time I've been down to have a look at it. I'm going to have a look tonight, take the thermal down there and just see if I can knock over the probably 3 or 4 rabbits which are in there causing the damage. So I've got with me the Brocock Delta Wolf in 177 12 foot-pound. So this is an ideal tool for the job. And I've got this topped off with a Pulsar C50 day-night scope. Right, before I go out and have any shots on live quarry, I'm just going to top the rifle up with a bit of air and then have a couple of practice shots just to check it's on 0 at 30 metres. Right, I've just topped this up with air, but what I hadn't realised was I haven't charged the battery up on it. Now this rifle's got a very clever little computer system which does a multitude of things. I'm not going to go into too much detail about that right now, but it also controls the trigger mechanism. Now without that I can't shoot the rifle. Fortunately I've brought with me a little power bank and a lead, so I've plugged that in and that's now charging, and I can still use the rifle with this while it's charging. So what I'll do is I'll probably just take this little power bank to the stock and just make do this evening. Ever the professional. Right, so not ideal, but that will get me out of bother. Well, it's a lovely evening this evening, and the allotments are bound to have a few people still milling around until it gets dark. So I think what I'll do is I'll head down to the farmyard here, just have a little mooch around, just see if there's 1 or 2 rabbits starting to come out, or maybe a few late crows and magpies hanging around down there. Well, that's a pigeon down. That's a good start. Round the farmyard here, the pigeons, crows, magpies, they all hit the maize silage that's in the yard here, which is all foodstuffs for the cattle. So yeah, anything hanging around the farmyard like that is fair game. So a little sneak around the farm buildings like this is usually a good opportunity to knock a few things over, because the birds and that around the farm, they tend to sort of be quite used to people in and out, cattle moving around, and just generally people going about their sort of daily business. So you can quite often wander around the building and shoot something off a roof or off a fence post out the back here. Well, the light's quickly faded and I haven't found anything else, so I think it's time to head down to the allotment and have a look down there. Right, just before I head down to the allotment, I'm going to have a quick look in this field here by the road, because there's usually 1 or 2 rabbits in there. That was certainly worth a quick walk around that field. That's 4 rabbits down, so certainly off to a good start. Right, let's head down to the allotment. Well, this really is a really difficult little permission to shoot. There's obviously not a lot of rabbits in here because it's been fenced in, so there's probably only 1 or 2 places where they're getting in, or they're coming out from under 1 or 2 sheds or something in here. But there's so much cover here, even with a thermal, it makes it very difficult to pick out anything. There's a lot of hot objects around, or a lot of things that are glowing like a rabbit would, so it's a bit of a needle in a haystack. Right, so I finally managed to get one. There's certainly not a lot of rabbits in here, I kind of expected that, but it looks like it might have only been the one. Well, that's just how it goes sometimes. You just, you never know with these sort of permissions. They come up. Sometimes they can be really good and team with rabbits. Other times you just get one or two and it's not really worth bothering with. But nonetheless, I'll put back up anyway another night and just have a little look around, see if I can see anything else. But it's a pretty tricky one, this one. Right, let's go and get him and head on to another bit of ground. I've actually got a little small hold in that is not far from my house, so I think what I'll do is I'll just pop in there on the way home and have a little look. There's bound to be a few rabbits on there as well. Right, well that's one veggie muncher, so we'll move on to that small holding now. Well, that was a bit annoying. I got that one and it dropped over clean. I shot it, it was only about 20 metres. I just took a freehand shot and it hit it with a lovely headshot, dropped it straight away. But I hadn't realised, I knew it was in the hedge a little bit, but what I hadn't realised was there's a wire fence in between, and he's about 1.5 metres back from the wire fence, and I've got no way of reaching in there to get it. It's just a real thick hedge, so unfortunately I have to leave that one where it is. But that's one less that's going to be chomping away on the vegetables, so good. Right, well, I've had a little look around this small holding. It's literally just a couple of small fields, but there's very few rabbits in it. There's literally 2 or 3. I've been round, I managed to shoot one of them, and the others just sort of scarpered off, and there's a few sheep in this field as well. So I don't know if that's why there's not the numbers of rabbits there normally is on here. But anyway, so got one more, so what's that? We've had 4, 5, 6, 7 in total. I picked up 6, but 7 shots, so not a massive bag, but we are hunting with the air gun after all, so can't expect too much. But I'm pleased with that. I've had to work hard for them, but all been sort of quite rewarding shots, so yeah, happy with that. So hope you've enjoyed the episode, and once again, thanks for watching.
If you aren't a member of Basque, it's time to join now. Basque, looking after your sport, looking after you.